Hello, everyone, and welcome to The No Show. I'll be your host, Nathan Orenstein, and today I'm going to be doing an unscripted, unedited movie review slash ramble talking about The Invite. Now, I know I'm late to the party on this one, but we're still living in the Odyssey vacuum for movies. Nothing else came out last week besides The Odyssey. Nothing else came out this week either, so I figured might as well catch up on The Invite. I heard it was great, and spoiler alert, it is great. But anyway, this is an Olivia Wilde directed film. It's about this married couple. It's Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde. Their marriage is very clearly on the rocks. They both seem pretty unhappy. But basically, Seth Rogen comes home from work. Olivia Wilde's like, hey, we're having the neighbors over for dinner today. And Seth Rogen's not happy about it. But next thing you know, the neighbors are there, played by Penelope Cruz and Edward Norton. And that's the movie. We got these two couples. They don't really know each other that well. There's some awkwardness there for sure, but they're in this apartment, and that's the whole movie. With the exception of the first 3 minutes or so, this entire movie takes place in this apartment, with dialogue between these two couples. And I can't really say what this movie is about exactly without spoiling it. Part of the fun is just seeing where this conversation with these four people go. But it is very dialogue heavy, very character driven. Like I said, it's one location. And basically, things unravel about this other neighbor couple that make things interesting for Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. I don't really even want to get into the themes here without spoiling anything, but this is a movie about, marriage and intimacy and kind of how things change over the years and maybe degrade with time, stuff like that. But it's also probably the funniest movie I saw all year. It's almost certainly the funniest movie I saw all year. It's so funny, but it's also an A24 comedy, so it gets pretty serious when it needs to. But I think the movie earns those serious moments. They don't feel shoved in there. But like I said, it's mostly really funny. There's a lot of awkward, nervous energy to this thing, mostly coming off the Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde characters. And it creates this space for their interactions with this kind of outgoing, almost bohemian couple to come in and totally shake up their energy. And it's so funny. I also think Olivia Wilde directs the hell out of this thing. Every character here is doing their specific job with their performance so well. The editing works so well in this awkward space too, holding on certain looks and certain frames for maybe just a bit too long to make things really uncomfortable, kind of flipping or cutting between, two people talking in a way that really enhances that weird nervous energy. I love it. I thought Olivia Wilde behind the camera was so good. She's great in front of the camera. All the performances are really great. I think Seth Rogen's the standout here. I think this is probably his best performance. It's nice to be reminded that when Seth Rogen really wants to, he can be a fantastic actor. And of course, this is a comedy too, so that's his bread and butter. But everyone here, all four of these performances are fantastic. If anything, if I'm nitpicking here, I thought maybe Olivia Wilde with her nervous energy goes a little too much with it at times. But again, I'm nitpicking. But like I said, everything about this movie, when you set a movie in one location, especially one small apartment, it really kind of pigeonholes you to what you can do. But I think everything working with the direction and the editing and even the score, it all makes the setting almost a character in itself. And it really builds on the energy that this film's giving off. And it comes together so well. I thought this was one of the most fun movies of the year. Like I said, it's one of the best it is the best comedy of the year. I thought it was great. I really don't have that much else to say about it. It's hard to talk about it without spoiling anything, but like I said, with such a dialogue driven film, that, the conversations are the movie. I would be doing a disservice if I talked to you about it. Just know that things head in directions. I think the trailers kind of go into it a little bit. So if you're curious, go watch the trailers. But I'm not going to talk on it. I don't want to be the one to draw that line of what's a spoiler, what's in the trailer, blah blah blah. But yeah, this is a really good, like, mature adult comedy by A24. It almost reminds me of The Drama in a sense. This whole marriage, anxious energy, things kind of falling apart, but very different films, but same sort of energy going on. So if you like The Drama, give this one a shot. I think this one probably has a broader appeal. Even if you're a comedy fan, go watch this one. Really funny to watch this with my fiance who I'm marrying in a month. Real weird vibes for that, but we had a great time. This is a great movie. I'm going to be giving it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, if you like the review, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And if you've seen The Invite before, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. I've been Nathan Orenstein with The No Show. Thanks for watching.